Most men are mastered by something, not because they're incapable, not because they're unintelligent, but because they refuse to rule themselves. Some numb themselves with smoke and liquor so they don't have to confront the rot in their own hearts. Some chase lust because 10 minutes of validation feels easier than a lifetime of responsibility. Some bury their calling under endless scrolling, cheap entertainment, and games that demand nothing and reward nothing. Time bleeds out, and they act as if tomorrow is guaranteed. Weak? No. Undisciplined? Absolutely. And an undisciplined man will always be a servant to his impulses. He may look strong, he may talk bold, but if his desires command him, he is not free. A man shaped by God is different. He becomes ruthless with himself. He wakes before the sun not to impress anyone, but because he refuses to be dragged by the day. He trains his body because it is not a toy for pleasure, but a vessel for service. Stewardship is not vanity, it is worship. He opens scripture daily because he knows his mind, left unchecked, will justify darkness. He prays because he understands that strength separated from God is a liability. He embraces silence because he would rather hear the whisper of truth than drown in the noise of the world. This man is not fueled by hype. He is anchored in covenant. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is a vow. Motivation surges when life feels light. Discipline stands when life feels heavy. When emotions collapse, discipline remains. When enthusiasm fades, discipline speaks. Stand up. Again. Discipline shows up on the mornings you feel spiritually dry. Discipline opens the Bible when your flesh resists. Discipline kneels in prayer when your heart feels cold. Discipline says no when temptation whispers, just once more. Discipline chooses obedience when comfort screams louder. But hear this clearly, you cannot win a spiritual war with physical discipline alone. You cannot intimidate sin with push-ups. You cannot silence darkness with productivity. You cannot outwork a corrupted heart. If God is not at the center, you are not conquering sin, you are managing it. A man who rises early without God often rises into pride. A man who sculpts his body without God often sculpts arrogance. A man who achieves without God often discovers emptiness at the top. A man who devours self-help while neglecting Scripture becomes self-made and eventually self-destroyed. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Discipline constructs the frame. God lays the foundation. Discipline brings order. God brings peace. Discipline forms habits. God renews the mind. Discipline earns respect. God produces character. Most men crave results. Very few pursue transformation. Results are produced by effort. Transformation is born through surrender. Stop blaming culture. Stop blaming your upbringing. Stop blaming circumstances. A man of God owns his failures. He uproots excuses. He stops waiting for conditions to improve and starts strengthening his spirit. But understand this. Discipline without God is pride in uniform. You can be structured and still be lost. You can be consistent and still be empty. You can be productive and still be enslaved. You can be admired and still be far from God. Because real strength is not merely waking early, it is waking early to seek His face. Real discipline is not reading pages. It is allowing the Word to confront you, expose you, and reshape you. Real manhood is not declaring, "I've got this." It is confessing, "Without you, I fall." Every man will serve something. Every man will be mastered by something. Choose carefully. A man of God becomes relentless in pursuit of what is eternal. He returns to prayer again and again. He feeds on Scripture daily. He obeys when it costs him. He crucifies his flesh, not once, but continually. He walks by the Spirit, not by impulse. Living by the flesh requires no courage. Drifting requires no strength. Following desire requires no backbone. Rising above it does. It takes a man grounded deeply in truth to reject the norms that rot society. It takes humility to bow. It takes conviction to stand alone. It takes surrender to become truly strong. Discipline can modify your behavior. Only God can resurrect your heart. And a disciplined man without God is nothing more than a well-organized slave. So become more than disciplined. Become devoted. Become anchored. Become surrendered. Be a man whose strength is built on obedience, whose confidence is rooted in humility, whose power flows from dependence on God. That is the difference between a boy chasing feelings and a man walking in purpose, and that is the kind of man God forms.